in our discussion about trust, but let's keep talking about like this feature essentialism and avoiding the feature death march. What was it at Uber? I mean, I have my own ideas, but you were inside that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with a high frequency consumer product, you are inundated all week with people making feature requests or suggestions. And as the team got bigger, people were constantly making suggestions to Travis. Travis was relentless about focusing on reliability. As you can imagine, if you take Uber to travel from your office or your home to somewhere other in the city, and you take it there on a Friday or Saturday night, and then it gets to the end of the evening and you want to go home, and it doesn't work, you're not going to use Uber again. And this is in a world and in many cities, unlike Tokyo, where the taxis are not reliable. So you can quite literally be stranded. And so we focused a lot in the early days on making it reliable. And I think to say yes to reliability, we had to say no to a lot of other things. Because for that reliability took a lot of operational and engineering resources. And so we were pretty obsessive about completed requests, ETA, which is like the time it would take to complete a request, and the driver rating. And we knew we had a product that had product market fit. So we were just very, very focused on making the thing that already had product market fit work really, really well.
Okay. So our first item, hey, let's get that product right first, and we'll worry about fundraising down the road, which means you have to be, our second point, customer obsessed, really understand the customers, which costs $0. That's one of the beautiful things. And then today with vibe coding, even doing product first and these little experiments, also $0. 3, we want to avoid that death march with features. You really want to focus on what's essential. Now we're going to open up our fourth point today of what founders should focus on in year 0, which you did a perfect transition to, which is trust. Relentless focus on trust and reliability. Trust and reliability. Amanda, in dating, this is incredibly important as well.
Trust is everything.
Yeah. So tell us about that and how much it costs to do that, the resources it took, and how you think about it sitting here today, looking back on that decade-long journey to a very successful exit, and then carrying that into whatever your next product will wind up being. I know you're choosing between 3 or 4 ideas. One of which you got inspired by here on the trip, but we won't say.
A lot of ideas, a lot of domains in my GoDaddy shopping cart right now. So for us, trust was, can you trust that this product is going to serve you prospects or dating candidates, should you say, that you want, that, fit your preferences. And for us, I actually vetted every single applicant manually. So, eventually we did transition to using algorithms and machine learning and all that fancy stuff. But at the beginning, it was literally me, Amanda, looking at everyone who applied and saying, you're accepted and you're rejected. And people downloaded the league and joined the league because of that, reliability or trust that the people are going to be high quality, vetted. They're going to have 6 photos. They're not going to do gym selfies. They're not going to be wearing sunglasses in their pictures, or they would be rejected. And so for us,
those were specific things you did. No gym clothes, no.
Oh yeah. We had whole rules of, eventually I trained people to do this. I wasn't always the one accepting all the candidates, but eventually, we found we had almost a 50% acceptance rate as far as when people get a prospect, we call them prospects, in their batch, 50% of the time they liked them, which, if you've been on any dating app today, usually it's probably like 1 out of 20 that you're going to be swiping right on. And so getting a 50% acceptance rate was sort of unheard of, and is still unheard of today.
If you want to be a data-driven founder, and trust me, you do, you're going to need to spend some time in spreadsheets, building models and doing projections. But so many of these spreadsheet programs are stuck in the 90s. Thankfully, now there's Quadratic, finally bringing the productivity boost of AI into your spreadsheets. But this isn't like some simple chatbot in the corner who can answer your questions. No, this is an AI native platform that handles all the number crunching and organization for you. You just describe what you want to do with your data, and Quadratic makes it happen right there in the spreadsheet. Now you can get insights about your business without fighting formulas, and you can immediately share your results with your team and all of your collaborators. No setup or payments are required upfront. You can just start using Quadratic right now. It's going to blow your mind. Visit quadratic.ai/twist to sign up and use the code TWIST to get a free month of their pro tier subscription. That's QUADRATIC.ai/twist. Quadratic.ai/twist.